Act 3. Normie performs with a guitar. Our big Normie has hopes. He has schemes. He has dreams. His name up in lights. He wants to be a guitar player, to connect with the crowd, thumping fingers, feet moving to the rhythm of his beat. Big Normie wants to be a guitar singer, singing the melodies of love and despair. These are popular things for folks wearing torn jeans and funny hair. Big Normie wants to be a guitar player. He wants to be a guitar singer. He can play. He can sing. He can be featured as both. Our big Normie tried so hard. The audience appears unenthusiastic. Big Normie turns to the Lord and says, "Oh Lord, make the audience clap for me. Make them give me applause, because I need their approval." But after the act, the audience did not applaud. Big Normie feels this world is just falling apart. If you believe this one, I will tell you another one. Act 4. Normie faces life again. The next day, after his poor guitar performance, Big Normie is unsure what he should do with his life. Should he continue to stand in front of an audience again and try to please them? Normally, to clear his head, he would take a walk in the fresh air. But right at that moment, clouds appeared overhead, and they looked threatening. Would it rain? Will it pour? Should he go out of doors? Moments of indecision. And then this indecision led Big Normie somehow into a brainstorm. He was thinking about a new idea concerning his life. He would try another approach to work with his hands, to develop mechanical skills. The idea sounded appealing to Big Normie. Big Normie bought a newspaper, opened it up to the want ads. He noticed a job being advertised. Big Normie was hired as an assistant to an interior decorator. He should be able to learn this trade. Guess what? Big Normie couldn't match the wallpaper colors going on to the wall. He made a few mismatches and was fired. That's all. And after losing his job, Big Normie became unglued. But Big Normie tries again. He got another job using his hands as a helper to a busy house painter. Guess what happened? Big Normie mistakenly covers the door hinges with paint. The lady, the owner of the house, went into an uproar. She was very upset. She complained loudly. Big Normie was immediately laid off, and Big Normie became unhinged. Big Normie doesn't give up easily. He got a third job using his hands. This time it was in upholstery. And guess what? Big Normie forgot to attach the skirts to the bottom of several couches. The boss shook his head and then let him go. The boss didn't have the time to train him. Big Normie became ruffled and confused. When Big Normie is asked about the jobs he's lost while using his hands, Big Normie feels guilty and being at fault. He keeps silent, does not reply. Big Normie is facing a great deal of rejection. In his head, Big Normie's brain proclaims, Big Normie is a nobody. He is a nothing. In his heart, Big Normie feels less sure of himself. If you believe this one, I will tell you another one. Act 5. Normie couldn't handle what he found on the street. In the afternoon, Big Normie was walking down some street in the city feeling rather miserable. Then he noticed an attractive lady smiling at him, who was standing nearby. Big Normie gave her a quick glance. He was taken aback by the incredible tattoos on this lady's front and on her back. He didn't stop. He passed her by. Now, a few words telling how a lady like this might think about tattooing. In tattooing for us ladies, I'm entitled to my tattoos. I adore the ones I selected to showcase my feelings. Tattoos mean female expression. They give to stuck-up, high society dames the wrong impression. To the internet we can easily go to find all the tattoos we desire. So you see, I'm not an outrageous lady. I'm a somebody. I have self-respect. If you believe this one, I will tell you another one. Act 6. Normie lives on. Big Normie felt out of sorts and went home. Mama was there to console him, to take care of him. She saw how irritable her son really was. She gave him a double portion of sweet dessert at dinner to pick up his spirits. After a while, the 2 desserts at dinner did not satisfy him. His addiction, dependency on sweet desserts had returned. No rehab this time, she thought. I'll treat my son my way. So Mama gave Big Normie 3 desserts at dinner. Big Normie savored her desserts. Mama followed her tradition. Eat, eat, kindle, essen. Big Normie became inactive, like a vegetable. He began dozing during the day, depressed, sleeping through the nights. And guess what? His body puffed up, and he became very well-rounded. He was now a gigantic Normie. Time has a funny way of continuing on. Gigantic Normie slept most of the day and dreamt most of the night. What was he dreaming about? I know. It was about 4 desserts at dinner. So it happened that Normie's mama began giving her son 4 desserts at dinner, and his body expanded further. One day, gigantic Normie awoke. A fluttering butterfly flooded into gigantic Normie's room. This is a good sign, thought gigantic Normie. Maybe it might be a good idea to return to the street corner for a visit. This is where I was singing and dancing as a kid. At that time, I was happy as a somebody.